Why is my business failing? I'll tell you why. Hey there, Enterprisers, what's good? It's Jason Lago here again, and in this video I want to talk to you about why your online business fails. That's right, why your online business is failing, okay? There's a lot of reasons why your business fails, and you might not even consider some of these points, and so I want to bring them to your attention only because the reality is most people fail before they succeed, myself included, right? And many people that I know have failed and are still failing, and you're always making mistakes, right? But over the years, I've been able to really hone in on a few different things that I see that either keep businesses from growing or keep businesses from getting started, in which case, and in both cases actually, those are considered failures, as it were. Now, it's important to note that obviously if you're doing anything at all, failure is, you have to accept that that's going to be part of the game, right? The question is, how long will you fail before you start to succeed? And obviously anything that you can do, any learning curve that you can shorten, anything that you can do to progress yourself to make that learning curve shorter is going to be all the better for you. And I'm hoping that this video is that case for you. Let me go ahead and give you the top 3 reasons that I have seen, which really equate to most of the reasons why people's business fails, especially when it comes to this online thing, all right? Let's jump right into it. Number 1, you're not selling the right stuff. You're not selling the right stuff, okay? Now, I know that statement sounds a little weird. It sounds very interesting, right? But if you think about it and you think about it carefully and you remove emotions from it, I think you'll get what I'm talking about. The reality is a lot of people, when they get started, they kind of just follow suit with other people, or they try to be super original, so much to the point where they're not selling what works, okay? Let me go ahead and break down each one really quickly. The first point really is that they're not selling what they should. In other words, you might take someone in the beginning who sees that, a certain concept is working. Okay, let's call it Amazon, right? And let's call it affiliate marketing, okay? Both of which I like, right? And both of which can work together. But the case is you just get someone who says, listen, I know that someone sold something online and I heard Amazon's a good way to go, let me do it too. Without any real thought put into it, okay? And so they go online with their business and try to do that, right? And the way that they might be doing it is by doing a product review of some sort. But the reality is, if you're selling something that no one's interested in, especially if you can't put enough into it to where you don't have enough of your own moral authority invested into it, something that you believe in, something that you've bought, something that you have been, able to see the benefit of personally, how can you then relay those benefits to somebody else, right? I just don't see that it works. That's a crass example, but I think you get what I'm talking about. On top of that, they're also not selling something that someone is interested in, right? That would be the second point that I talked about, wherein maybe someone's trying to be so original, right? If you talk to any entrepreneur, they've got these lofty dreams about the things that they want to do and the things they want to sell. And what if I come up with this particular product or service? And the reality is, when you think about it, the big question there is, does anyone even want it, right? It might sound cool to you, but if no one's interested in it, then you're not going to do well. I can think of several occasions throughout the years with some of my clients and coaching students when they've presented such an opportunity to me or such a concept to me, and I ask them the same questions that I just presented to you. And sometimes they'll ask me back, they'll say, well, Jason, how can you tell if anyone is interested in this before I even create it? I don't know if anyone is, I haven't created it yet. And they'll go ahead and ask me, well, how do you propose that I go ahead and do this? And I'll simply say, well, very simply, is anyone buying it now, right? Is anyone selling it right now? Is anything out there like that right now? And is anyone buying it? And if you can't find those things, right, then I dare say you're wasting your time and you're not selling the right stuff. Number 2, you don't have a clear marketing strategy. You don't have a clear marketing strategy, okay? And I think that this is huge in and of itself for obvious reasons. Obviously, I'm a marketing guy, and I know a lot of marketing people, and marketing really is the core of a lot of what your business is going to be, because it's what brings in leads, and without leads, you don't have anything to convert into sales, right? So you have to have a clear marketing strategy. And it's sad to say that a lot of entrepreneurs who are trying to get this thing off the ground, they're going about it the wrong way, in that they don't have a clear way structured, okay? And that's what I mean by clear marketing strategy. I remember several times in the last several years with talking with clients, coaching students, and prospective entrepreneurs who would love to be able to take their business to the next level, and asking them about what they want to do. And what they would do is tell me some very, very basic stuff without thinking things through, without actually taking a whiteboard and mapping something out, right? And I'm a big fan of doing that thing for this very reason, because you have to be clear on how you intend to get to where you're going. If you talk to the average entrepreneur, they're going to say something like this: my my marketing strategy is to post on social media, right? Or my marketing strategy is to buy ads. And they'll go ahead and tell you where they want to go ahead and buy these online ads platform-wise. But again, if you leave it to just those answers, while that sounds nice, that's very, very simplistic, and that's not enough to get you going. If you're going to talk to me about a social media strategy, I want to hear all about the social media strategy. I want to hear about time of day that you want to post. I want to hear about a posting schedule. I want to hear about the follow-up process. I want to hear you about what's going to happen when someone sees your content. Okay, I want to talk about the automation and the workflows that happen after the fact, right? I want to talk about the engagement. All of these things go into it. And if you talk about ads, well, yeah, it's not just enough to say I'm going to run ads. Everyone runs ads, right? But now what? How are you going to go about it, right? Even with ads, that's a whole game in and of itself. Are you going to go ahead and purchase ads through Facebook, through Google? Is this going to be an influencer marketing collaboration type thing? Are joint ventures involved? And then from there, again, where do the ads go? How are you going to go ahead and drop the cost of ads over time, right? Are you going to go ahead and consider your audiences in different places, in different time zones? All of these things are things you need to consider. Again, get clear on your marketing strategy. Now, let me go ahead and also be clear. You don't have to do both, and you don't have to do one or the other, right? You can find a combination of the two, of other ones like this, or just focus in on one. And I'm gonna also go ahead and tell you that initially, I almost really firmly believe that exclusively you could focus in on one thing just to see things going, just to see things getting off the ground. And once that's done, you can scale. So for instance, you might start with organic marketing, social media, blogging, what have you, and then use ads as a way to scale, right? Build your audience organically this way, and then use ads to go ahead and pour fuel on the fire that you've created through the organic reach. Does that make sense? Yeah, you want to go ahead and consider these things. But the point is, be clear on your marketing strategy, right? And marketing takes place at many different places inside the sales cycle. And not only is it in the beginning to funnel leads, but you're taking those leads and guiding them through the sales process, which would include the follow-up, the back-end work, so on and so forth. Okay, get clear on your marketing strategy. And if there's any place that you want to spend a whole lot of time on, it's this. Get this dialed in so you're not wasting time, you're not wasting money, and this could definitely be one of the reasons why your business is failing. Number 3, and finally, you don't have your offer dialed in, okay? You don't have your offer dialed in. And I really want to hammer this point down. I want to make sure that you get what I'm saying here. You don't have your offer dialed in, okay? This is huge. Now you might look at that and you might say, hey Jason, I think you already covered that point. You talked about the product that I'm selling. I'm not selling the right thing. No, that's not what I'm talking about. And if you think that they're the same, then that kind of proves my point as to where you're maybe not even in the right headspace yet. You have to understand that they're two different things. The product that you're selling and your offer are two very, very different things, okay? So you want to make sure that your offer is dialed in. Everyone is going to sell a product or service, yourself included. And the reality is, whether you're getting involved in an opportunity, let's call it something with the support of a company, like a multi-level marketing thing, network marketing thing, affiliate opportunity, what have you, or if you're getting into business for yourself and solely selling your own product and services, it does not matter. You still need to craft an offer, okay? An offer, your own actual individual exclusive offer is what you need to craft around. So in other words, are you gonna go ahead and offer what everyone else is offering, or are you gonna make yourself stand out, make yourself different by creating your own exclusive offer, even if you're selling a similar product as other people? If you think about it, everyone to some degree is selling the same type of stuff. Okay, it's very, very true. Everyone is selling a product. You pick the product, and I can tell you that there are several people who are selling it, right? There's not one software in the world. There's many softwares, right? There's not one coaching program. There's many. There's not one informational product. There's many. Everyone is selling something similar. The key is, though, how are you selling it differently? In other words, how are you packaging it in your own offer? And this is something you absolutely need to dial in as well. So make sure that you're taking the time to consider that. What other things are people going to get when they buy from you? That's the question to be asked. And so one reason your business might be failing is definitely this thing of you don't have your offer dialed in. There you have it, my friends. Listen, I hope that this was helpful to you, okay? Quick and dirty as per usual, but get on this, okay? Listen, at the time of this video, we are heading into the end of the year, right? We're just a few days removed from the last month of the year, that is December, and what a year it's been. So this is the things that you need to go ahead and dial in, if not to finish strong this year, to at least get you on the path to start strong next year. So let's go ahead and proceed with that knowledge, shall we? Listen, I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this, if you got any value, make sure you like, comment, share, but obviously subscribe. That's the most important thing. And hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any more hot new content that I got coming down the pipe just for you. This is Jason Ligo with Always Enterprise. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.